Good morning, children. Today we will study chapter 7. In this chapter, we will study about the climate, natural vegetation and wildlife of Asia. We all know that climate is an important part of our life because our life and various economic activities such as agriculture, industries, commerce all are affected by climate. Asia experiences a variation in climate because of oceans around it, mountains, deserts and the wind pattern. Areas located far away from the water bodies experience continental climate, means they are hot in summer and cold in winter, means they have high annual range of temperature. Whereas areas which are near the sea, coastal areas, they will experience maritime or moderate climate. Oceanic climate also you can say, means neither they will have hot summers nor the cold winters. Temperature is same throughout the year, means the annual range of temperature is very low. Now children, factors affecting the climate of Asia. Latitudinal extent and size of the Asia, distance from the sea, alignment of the mountain ranges, ocean currents and the winds. The climate of Asia is mainly affected by monsoon winds. So monsoons are the periodic winds. These are seasonal winds because they change the direction after each 6 months. They blow from sea to land during summer season and land to sea from during the winter season. So there are two branches of monsoons, summer monsoon and winter monsoons. So that's why these winds are compared with land breeze and sea breeze on a large scale. These winds are mainly associated with the Indian Ocean. Children, this picture is showing the mechanism of summer monsoons and winter monsoons, or you can say sea breeze and land breeze, as we have compared them. So, say for example, low pressure area develops over the land, hence the land is hot, whereas high pressure develops over the water body, hence the water body is cooler. So winds move from high pressure areas towards the low pressure areas. Similar thing happens in the summer monsoons also, means winds move from high pressure to the land, that means from sea to land. So as they are moving from sea to land, they are carrying moisture with them and they are capable of giving rainfall to the areas where they will reach. On the other hand, high pressure develops over the land, hence the land is cold, whereas low pressure develops over the water body, hence the water body is warmer. So winds move from high pressure towards the low pressure areas. That means winter monsoons move from high pressure towards the low pressure areas, that is from land to sea. As they are moving from land to sea, means they will not give rainfall to the areas where they will reach. Let's see in case of Asia. Now, during summer season, when the sun is vertically over the Tropic of Cancer, this is Tropic of Cancer. So, this sun is shining vertically over the Tropic of Cancer from March to June, and this area receives the vertical rays of the sun, means high temperature prevails over here. High temperature means the pressure is low, whereas in the surrounding water bodies the pressure is high. So winds move from high pressure areas towards the low pressure areas, that is from water body towards the land, hence these winds, summer monsoons, will give rainfall to the areas where they will reach, like your India, Sri Lanka, Thailand, Cambodia, Indonesia, Laos, Vietnam, all these areas they experience rainfall during the summer season. Whereas during winter season, because sun shines vertically over the Tropic of Capricorn, so the interior land of Asia has low temperature, means the pressure is high, whereas the surrounding water bodies has the high temperature, still warmer, water is still warmer, so a low pressure is here. Hence, the winds move from high pressure areas towards the low pressure areas, that is from land to sea. Means these winds are cold winds, they are dry winds. Means they will not give rainfall to the areas wherever they will reach. Children, one more thing, that is there is differential heating in land and water. Why? Because land heats up but cannot transfer his energy from itself to the other part, because land is immobile. Whereas water, being liquid, it can transfer the heat from its absorbed area to the other area. Fine. So now let's discuss the other factors. Latitudinal extent, that is Asia extends from south 10 degrees south to the 80-degree north latitude. Means the areas which are near the equator, which receives the vertical rays of the sun, means they are hot and wet throughout the year. Whereas temperature decreases as we move northward away from the equator. Means this area will have a difference between summer temperature and a winter temperature. Next is distance from the sea. Areas which are near the sea, they are under the influence of land breeze and sea breeze. Means they will experience maritime climate throughout the year. Whereas areas which are away from the influence of the sea, they will experience continental climate. Means hot in summer and cold in winter. Then the alignment of the mountains. Like Himalayas, they act as an obstacle, they act as a climatic barrier between the cold Siberian winds, as they don't allow the cold Siberian winds to enter in India, that is southern part of Asia. So they don't make India the colder region, but on the other hand, they obstruct, they trap the southwest monsoon winds within the southern part of Asia, hence compel them to give the rainfall here in the southern part of Asia. Whereas Rajasthan, which do not receive rainfall during the summer season, because the Aravalis, they lie parallel to the southwest monsoon winds. Here, this is the location of Aravali, and these are southwest monsoon winds. So Aravalis are parallel to the southwest monsoon winds. They are unable to obstruct southwest monsoon winds. That's why Rajasthan do not receive the rainfall during the summer season. Next is ocean currents. Ocean currents, like here, this area, Japan, is under the influence of ocean current. Kuroshio is a warm current which affects the eastern coast of Japan, means increases the temperature of the eastern coast of Japan. Whereas the Oashio, which comes from the northern area, it's a cold current, so lower the temperature of the Japan coast. Now children, let's have recapitulation of questionnaire. Which winds play prominent role in Asia's climate? Which mountain range are aligned parallel to the summer monsoons? Which ocean current raise the temperature along the Japan coast? Monsoons are which type of winds? Which type of climate is experienced by the coastal regions of Asia? Tell one peculiar characteristics of monsoon winds. You will write these answers. We will discuss them. Thank you children for the class right now.